we're back. Starting Monday
with Shamee and Noreen.
Yay, we're so excited to be in the same space, outdoors, following the rules. You can see we've got our tape measure down here so that
we're abiding by the rules.
Definitely got our 2 meters, because actually it creeps. You start creeping towards each other without really realising it. So I thought we'll do the tape measure just so that you know. Anyway, how have you been, Shamee?
You know what? It's been getting used to everything, isn't it?
Yes.
I think it was when it happened, it was just a sudden shock for everyone.
Sure, yeah.
And we all had to just adapt.
Yeah.
And my kids came back from university. My son came first. And it's just the adapting and realising how we've all changed.
Yeah. When I look back at your recordings, you got quite deep into your thinking and have become quite reflective and calm, and I sort of saw that about you, and then I've looked at things that I've said, and I definitely had down times where I really think that I didn't realise how low I was feeling at the time, but I think it definitely came over maybe in the way that I came across, even though I felt like I was coping. I just wasn't as coping some weeks as I was others.
They fluctuate,
and it's the same for everyone.
It's everyone. Your emotions are scattered. You get up.
Yeah.
You know, I think the hardest part of quarantine is working out the day.
Yeah.
I last week I started
Which is why I went wrong last Monday.
And I thought, what day is it? And when I'm saying, is it because I will not put the news on when I wake up because.
Too negative.
Yeah. And you know what? We know what the rules are. And we have to abide by the rules. So we keep within the rule limit. And then you have to just plan out your day.
Plan out your day. So I think we've probably got, initially we were thinking about, I was doing loads of housework, cleaning, felt like I had to be busy all the time.
Yeah.
And that was because I think we naturally needed a distraction.
It was the anxiety.
From the anxiety and the chaos of COVID that we didn't really know about, and fear. And we talked about all of those things in our recordings.
Yeah.
And I think once we realised that all we had to do really was just to do as we were told, that there was no direct threat to us.
Yep,
I think that's when we've begun to really
release the anxiety, because it was sudden, even though we knew it was coming. The stopping of everything and the reality changing. It was, and you know what it was? It was the social because it became the word social distancing instead of saying physical distancing. People became very depressed.
Certainly, absolutely.
And that's a normal anxiety to feel, because we were missing seeing all our regulars.
I've still seen all my friends on Zoom.
Exactly, and it was conforming to a different way of seeing people and realising, you know what, your health, this is life and death scenario.
You gotta get with it.
When you actually realise people are making the rules up, and I want to sort of slightly talk about it, but not talk about it, with all the stuff that's going on with quarantine and this story. Don't focus on that. Focus on yourself, just you and your family, and getting through quarantine, because that is negative.
I think also it's worth pointing out that for a lot of people that have now got into such an adapted life, that actually changing it up again to come out is going to be stressful for people.
Of course.
So the next challenge is going to be how we are going to cope with feeling safe enough to go out. I know certainly I've got a family member who's now really worried about, she won't even come and sit in my garden because she's worried about it, and has
does she live alone?
She doesn't, but she's been very successful at sorting out a solitary bubble, and has got so used to that. Actually, that brings her comfort. So to leave it now is going to be the next thing. But I will be working very hard to just try and help her and encourage her to say that it is safe to come here and sit down away from me, and just to be able to feel safe about leaving the house.
Yeah.
And obviously there are still some groups of people in our communities
who live in isolation,
who still have to live in the isolation.
Yeah. And
you know, we're all whooping because we're excited about being in the same garden today.
Yeah.
But for some people, that's still not possible. So yeah, I think
think about those as well, because when we're coming out of the rules being not as restrictive, you've got to be very mindful. Are you actually abiding by those rules? Because social gathering, yes, there's 6 people, and let's be honest with ourselves, 7 out of 8 are not going to follow that rule.
Yeah.
And the thing is, do you want to be here in quarantine again in November, December?
Yeah.
That's the biggest picture. And
you're going to have to go on the TV with Boris
and
tell everybody.
Because you've got to, the summer's here, we can go out into nature and still run away from the stress of quarantine. In the winter, people are not going to be able to get out.
It's not going to be so easy. This is why we've got to get it. You're absolutely right.
Focus on the next few months, still being very vigilant and careful about your surroundings and who you're mixing with.
Well, that's what they say. You just have to be alert.
Yeah.
And I think that there is definitely a case for the fact that, you know, if this restriction, these lifts of the restrictions work, and maybe some more people do actually contract COVID and recover from it very successfully, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And you know, the hospitals every year in winter always have what they call pressure, what do they call it? The winter pressure actions come into play, because already in the winter things are hard enough with the seasonal flu. So that's why we're having to get this really right now. Let's make sure that we can behave ourselves right now, so that when going, because COVID's not going to be gone from society for quite some time yet.
And we can't, and we, you know, it is, and it's wanting to see your family, but you have to think of your family's safety.
Yeah.
I've had a death in the family. My uncle's very critically ill, and I've not made the journey because it's not the part of the rules. I can't go there and come back in one day, where in the way it was announced last week, go and come back. I can't go up north and come drive back the same day, and I don't, and nobody there is visiting, so you have to really be mindful of everyone involved, and it's a bigger picture. We all have to care about each other's well-being.
Exactly, and that's all we're doing. But listen, we have had a lovely time being able to be together today.
Yes.
Shamee's not allowed in the house, so I'm going to go and make her a cup of tea with my gloves on, and we're going to sit out here and enjoy some more summer sunshine.
So,
and we're going to see you next week.
Yes.
Okay, everybody.
So, bye.
Take care, and well done, everyone. Well done.
And take care, please be safe, and look out for the people who are on their own. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.